Look, what does it say? New pin chat. You can now pin a message to. Oh, what? You can actually pin something now. Hey guys, I'm gonna wait for you guys to get in here. I know it's been a minute, but I am here. So there's a lot of drama on the YouTube street. So I just figured I have nothing to do today. It's a gloomy day, so I just thought I would just come on. And I want to say what up to the replay gang, AA, the Bush gang, to my mods and all of that. So y'all, what's up? Hey, Lady T Bug, what up? What up, boo? Look, hi, I'm here. Hi. Yeah, y'all hit that like button and stuff. Dope. What's up, Lady T Bug? But I was about to say that to hit the like button. I know it's been a minute, but your girl is definitely here. Hey guys, hey AK. Hey, it's Miss wait, it's me. Oh, y'all. Okay, y'all just heard my Jiraiya. Hey, Miss Rye. What's up, y'all? The streets have been on fire. Y'all, the crazy thing is, I haven't been live like really in a minute, but nothing has changed. It's actually gotten worse. Like, what's good? Yes, please like up the live. And thank y'all for joining in. I just figured I would come on and we could key for a little bit. I probably should have went live on StreamYard so that some of y'all could call in if that's what you wanted to do. But for now, we just gonna do this. So y'all know that Liv and Jazzy has been going through it, y'all. But I just have one question: did anybody pull up yet? Did anybody go to the authorities like they said they did? Cause listen, I was trying to figure out what Jazz's persona, because I really haven't seen her with that tough guy act. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, she's getting mad views. Pretty much saying the same thing, in my opinion. But I feel like for her to keep up that momentum, she's gonna have to keep doing that. Like, what do y'all think? What do y'all think, y'all? Because listen, it is crazy because she's getting the views for drama. So I know a lot of people like the drama. I'm being nosy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go on the live here or there, but for the most part, I'm just looking and watching and just shaking my head, y'all. Yes, hey Latoy. Hey HBB, hey guys, what up? Hey, all eyes on me. Hey boo. Y'all, if I was dressed, I would come on the camera, but listen, y'all just got the ceiling fan for right now. But hey Latoy, hey boo. But I am here, guys. So, what are y'all thinking about the Live and Jazz fiasco? Because I first heard of it, I think, has it been at least a week now since the shenanigans started? Because I know people thought it was a skit, but I just felt like at the time it wasn't, because there was some deep stuff being alleged, like the essay allegations in regards to one of, Jazz's kids, and y'all. Yeah, YouTube has definitely changed, y'all. Cause I remember earlier on, cause I was outside just thinking to myself, I was like, I miss the good old days of how it was like fun. We were all like chilling in each other's lives, and even though we were all talking pretty much about the same thing, we all had, our different vibes and our personas and what we brought on to YouTube. So, it was a vibe, but then it got to the point where it was just really ridiculous. Like, people were just doxing people, just doing like really weird stuff. And I'm like, this is the internet, but I gotta understand not everybody has a 9 to 5, not everybody has a business. Some people's business is YouTube. So, I understand that. But at the end of the day, I was thinking to myself, you gotta understand that people, like for myself, I'm gonna say for myself, I did not come onto YouTube to be a reactor. Like, y'all know, I was talking about Keisha Kaylee and Jeremy Postel. I did a reaction, and I saw that the people, were really liking that. That's when my views started going up, and I just kept doing that. You know what I'm saying? But then I kind of fell off of them because there really wasn't nothing changing. And y'all know I did a lot in regards to, in regards to talking about, Keisha and Jeremy. And yes, I'm saying their names. Because y'all know I started out with that. The princess. Do y'all remember that? Remember the princess? I started calling her that. Then it was, God, what was the other name? I know Genji, but what was the other name I was calling her? When she had that party. Oh my gosh. Y'all help me. Who did I call? What did I call her? Oh my gosh. It was the Princess Gingy. Oh, Tinkerbell. Yes, Tinkerbell. But then I was figuring, and I brought out Glory. Y'all know, Babe's fictional child. So hi, India. Yeah, so I mean, there wasn't really too much that more I could do with that, but a lot of people had their opinions about myself and other people coming onto the internet and talking about, certain situations. I always say, well, y'all need to stay out of young people business, y'all this, y'all that. But at the end of the day, they got to understand that we've been there. You know what I'm saying? Some of us. I know for sure I have. So certain situations I can relate to. And I tried to come out and put out, things that I did, just like, I don't know. I just felt like I could talk about it because I've been there now in regards to Keisha and Jeremy's situation. Now, that part, I did things differently because some of y'all know, the situation I've told y'all before about that. So I chose to leave, and that was my choice, and that's that. I didn't stay and deal with the ridiculousness of certain situations. So that's just me. So my point is, if you're going to put something out on the internet, you definitely have to understand that people are going to react to what you put out. So there, I didn't know that there was age range that you're able to talk about. Nah, because y'all know, some of y'all know I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really lit. I like to have fun. So some of y'all, if you're new here, hey, I'm Tasha Ray Bay and this thing. But some of y'all that's been riding with me since the beginning, y'all know I'm a fool. Y'all know I like to have fun. I can't sit still. I just be making it do what it do. But listen. But what are we talking about? Our big ages. Yeah, you know how people always talking about, oh, you too old. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you want to die young? You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. And see, people got to understand the people, like in my age group, we grew up like in the late 70s. The 80s, 90s, the 2000s. So listen, we here to stay, and some of us look better, than these younger women anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like for myself, it is what it is. So if you don't like my reactions, okay, bye then. And if you rock with me, then you just rock with me. But let's get back on topic. All right, y'all. I just had to put that out there. But the Live and Jazz situation is just crazy to me. So, they both. So, let me see. Live got to what? 100,000 views after a few years. Y'all, this dry is getting on this dry thing, getting on my nerves. And then Jazzy finally hit over 60K. But my thought is she gonna, maintain this momentum with those views? Because I, looked at other views received and they're not as much as, with this situation with her beefing with Liv and Liv beefing with her. So, it's just crazy, y'all. Hey, Pure. Hey, Boo. Hey, Walk by Faith. Hey. So I just want to know because I did watch Liv's live. I was in the bushes, and I don't know what persona she had at that day, but she was just talking about that she was going to go to the authorities that next morning. And, after that situation with Jazz went live. And y'all, I was like, I couldn't believe Jazz was on live talking like that, like talking real reckless, talking about she wanted to put, Liv in a coma, and she wanted to go see her, and she was gonna pull up to Arlington and do all this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, you never, ever, ever tell the opponent what your next move is gonna be. You never do that. Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So I just was like, wow, because she was talking real reckless. She didn't give a fuck. But I could understand. But I was just trying to understand, was it about her daughter or about something else? Because sometimes, there is truth in certain situations, but I don't know that. But I could understand her frustration if it was warranted, if that wasn't the case. But at the end of the day, you just have to, play your cards differently. But I feel like at this point, Jazz and her views, they're going up talking about, the situation about Liv. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, Jazz is a reactor now because she's going to have to keep, doing stuff to keep that momentum of those views. And I don't want to hear Jazz next month talking about that she needs some money, can't pay her rent and her utilities or whatever else. Because Jazz is known for dry begging. We know that. She be dry begging, dry begging. But I mean, but at what cost? All money is not good money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking to myself, when this all dies down, like what is she gonna do? But she better be careful, because when she was making those threats, over the internet, like, she could be held accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid if something happened to Liv, then guess who they gonna look at? So a person like me, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm not gonna let people know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna surprise your ass, okay? Yeah, you ain't gonna know I'm coming because I'm not gonna give you time to react. I mean, that's just like how I do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put myself in situations where I have to do that. So that's just the difference. And I understand the beef online, whatever the case. But again, at what cost? So I'm gonna read some of y'all comments. What y'all say? AK, I honestly think they are doing it for views. Yeah, AK, for real though, because this is the most views they've had in years, unless they beef. And for what I gather, they are have been. It's like every year somebody is coming out with something, and there's always the four of them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Jazz was trying to bring in Chrissy, Strong Mommy Chrissy, and Ming, because she mentioned them. I believe she did. But I'm like, I hope that they didn't succumb to that. But I did see Mango live, and I saw a little bit of Strong Mommy Chrissy's live yesterday. Just a little bit, because I didn't get a chance to watch it all. But y'all, so the Mamiana gang, and then the other one. What's the young lady's name? And I just think she's so cute. Key plus three. Yeah, this is so annoying, that thing. Yeah, so I hate that. So it was Liv talking about Key's brother, right? Because I believe, I don't really know the whole story about it, but I think there's some issues in regards to her brother. So, she was standing on business too, coming on live. But it says she trying to act like she upset about what was said about her kids. I believe she's trying to defend Chris. Yeah, because it did kind of seem like I'm like, I don't know where all of that was coming from, Latoya. I understand. Let me see. And what did Walk by Faith said? I'm starting to believe that too. I think in the beginning they got together on this, but then things got out of hand. That is just my thought. But y'all know, and now that y'all are saying that, I could believe that because, like I stated earlier, y'all know that every year or every few months is always something, y'all, with them. So, hey, Tyrus. Yeah, but let me see, Ty. This whole situation is a hot mess. All of the back and forth, and so it really is. Cause I'm thinking to myself now. Okay, for Jazz, she went live, what was it, yesterday or the day before, and they spending 4 hours. She spent 4 hours on the live. And I'm like, wow. But I'm just saying, if there's accusations, something serious of that extent that was alleged, like, listen, I'm not gonna be online. I can guarantee you that. I can tell you that. I would not be online going back and forth, because at the end of the day, I just felt like Jazz put herself in a situation where it's not going to end well for her. So either, she needs to cease, and desist, or she just, I don't know what, at this point she gonna do, but I'm sure that she'll probably be live at some point today, because the views are viewing, it is, but at what cost? Because you're going to be in somebody's jail cell, you keep it up, so, child. Woo, y'all. Ty, who got time to be on live for 4 or 5 hours when you got kids? Right, right. Like, listen, I think the most I spent on live, but see, I don't have small, well, I do have a small child, Glory. Y'all know Glory. But, I spent like 3 hours on live. I mean, I could see how, when you're reading the comments and people are engaging, I could see that. But when you have small children, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because of course, they're getting neglected while you're on live running your mouth, and in the background, you don't know what them kids in there doing. But I feel bad for the kids, because at some point they're gonna see this. People could delete lives all they want to, but people be screen recording, so there's always something. And I just hate it for the kids, because they're already going through shit anyway. So now on top of that, their daily lives, then you got the other life on YouTube that people are, talking about your parents, and what y'all doing and not doing. But in regards to Live, I don't know about that too much. I know Nisha and Gerard are doing, their thing with the kids. And y'all, I was cracking up at that Mother's Day shade that Nisha did on her Instagram, y'all. I was cracking up. But at the end of the day, she is a mother to those children, because she's making sure that they are, getting what they need. But y'all, I had a question. So is Nisha and Gerard married or not? Because I know I did hear a little talk about they were married already, because I remember, the engagement. I remember that. So I don't know if they got married, maybe went to the courthouse or something like that. But hey, Verena. Hey, Pure. Did I say hi to you? I think I did. Yes, their mouths are beyond reckless. So I did see where Jazz came online and was uh that is so annoying. I gotta get up and get that. But y'all, if y'all hearing that, that's the dryer. Let me know the clothes are done. But that Jazz came on and she was apologizing, to her older subbies. Because I was in one of those lives, and a lot of people in the comments were saying, to stop cussing and, doing all that, but she just kept on going. So, so she did apologize, but then you come back out doing the same thing, so make it make sense. Hey, Tafeli Boo. Yes, hey, y'all. But excuse my typos. I can't see without my glasses. Left them in my daughter's car. Oh, you're fine, India. I mean, wait. Who is that? I can't even see. Oh, Walk by Faith. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. We just here kikiing, y'all. But y'all. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts this morning, y'all, and got me a what I get donut, y'all. It is so good. It's so fresh and everything. But let me see. Oh, I'm glad you multitask. That's what I need to be doing. Hey, multitasking, child. But I did tell y'all I was washing clothes and I was putting stuff away because I recently moved. So, I'm trying to get things together. But I'm just so excited. Yeah, in India, I was looking at it wrong. So you like the coffee cake muffins? Oh, I never had that. I love a good coffee cake. Y'all, the best coffee cake, like store bought, is Drake's, y'all. So if you're from up top, you know about Drake's, y'all. And then I also like, but I'm so sick of them. Oh my gosh. The devil dogs. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all, but real quick, what's going on with Diddy, y'all? Like, that is crazy, y'all. I truly believe Cassie deserves every bit of money she received and more. Cause that was crazy. So I was watching, if y'all saw that scene when I'm not saying, well, scene, I'm saying that video. Did y'all see that? Let me know. Put a one in the chat if you saw, that footage of Diddy dragging and putting his hands on Cassie, because Diddy's a bitch. That's a bitch ass move, you know what I'm saying? So from the footage that I saw, it looked like maybe he was in the shower and she was trying to get away, and came down the hallway, and it looked like there was a phone that maybe she was trying to get help. But and a lot of people were saying, oh, well, she should have took the stairs, whatever the case. But I'm sure she wasn't thinking clearly. Her main point was to get out of there. So I can just imagine what she suffered, behind the scenes, because Diddy looked real comfortable. So I'm just assuming they were probably like on the top floor. And he might have rented out the top floor of the hotel, because he was just all out in that hallway, all willy nilly, throwing stuff at her, kicking her, and punching her. Like, that's crazy. So a lot of people are saying that they need to look into Kim Porter's place. I mean Kim Porter's to look and see what happened to her, because listen, and then I heard that he paid the hotel, for that footage. So do y'all think that the hotel should be held as well because they didn't report an assault on their property? Like, what do y'all think about that? Hey, pineapples. Hey, boo. Because this was like, what, in 2016? And here we are in 2024. But I just felt like he was really, comfortable in doing that. So, but y'all know people that has money. Yeah, that people that have money, they feel like they can, pay their way out of everything. But for him, it came, back to haunt him. So it's just so crazy. But then I saw Tasha K. I did see where she was talking about that. Y'all know Cola Booth. I remember Cola Booth from back in the day. And from what I remember, she was dating Osama bin Laden or something. And I know she had an autobiography book. So some of y'all, who are in my age group, I'm sure you've heard of Cola Booth. And she had an interesting story. But she was stating that allegedly that that Diddy was making Kim Porter like lick, tried to get her to lick Cassie's tampon, like, or oh, that is just so disgusting. And I could just imagine what happened, behind the scenes. But I feel like at some point they are going to look back into Kim Porter's death and see how she really, passed away. Because if you really think about it, there are so many people who were attached to Diddy that's no longer here. Because, from what I could think offhand, Biggie, who else? Kim Porter. Y'all know Al B. Shore got sick that time because y'all know Kim Porter and Al B. Shore share a son, Quincy. So, and y'all know that the twin girls, what is it, Delilah and no, Jesse, and what was the other daughter's name? The twins. Then he had a baby. I think the baby's name is Love. And then there's Justin. And I'm not sure how many other children Diddy has, but I can't just imagine, especially his kids, and they seen that footage and seeing in action what their dad did. You know what I'm saying? And that's just crazy to me. Let me see. I'll be sure said that he had something to do with Kim's. But he did. He did say that. It was said that he was abusive to Kim. Right, right. And there also was mention of colorism as well. Um, and that's just crazy to me because I used to think Kim Porter was just beautiful, like everything about her. And I just couldn't understand how she got wrapped up with Diddy. But at the end of the day, I mean, things happen. But I just hate that. Because from what I understand, I thought they said that she died from pneumonia or something like that. But I'm not too sure because y'all know that it was alleged that Kim was going to come out with a book exposing Diddy. So that's crazy. Let me see. Cassie was 15, 19 years old who got in the bed with the vet. Right, exactly, right. And that's what happens. Yes, she was AK. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Boo. Welcome. Welcome, y'all. Yes, Heavy D, all of them. Right, exactly. But I know a lot of people had opinions, when Cassie received that money. But I'm glad that that footage came out because a lot of people knew that Diddy was a monster anyway. But now, people's opinions are like, yeah, like he's something else. But, some of us can't imagine with that amount of money. Like, there's a lot you can do and a lot you can hide as well, but it only takes that one person, and Cassie was the one that catapulted all of this. I mean, because y'all know there was talks anyway, because if you listen to Jaguar, right, she was right about a lot of things. People always talking about Jaguar, right? It's so crazy, but I don't think so. I think she knows a lot. And I think, people, weren't paying attention to her. So now a lot of people are saying Jay-Z is next. So now y'all know I'm a Beyonce fan, and I'm just like, oh, Lord. So listen, it is crazy. They said that Diddy still controlled Kim Porter. Her best friend said that. Wait, her best friend said that Kim did not do anything without Diddy approval, and I can imagine that, and I could understand that, from that perspective. And a lot of people are like, well, why would she allow that? But sometimes when you're in situations, it's kind of hard to get out of, especially if y'all think about, domestic situations. A lot of people like, just leave, just leave, just leave. But sometimes, you can't just leave, due to circumstances. And if you have children, I mean, you could just make a plan and try to leave, but it's easier said than done. So if any of you guys have experienced, DV, I feel for you. I really do, because that situation is crazy, and it's a mental situation as well. But in that regards, but a lot of people are saying that, because y'all know that Kim Porter was really good friends with Kamora Lee Simmons. So people are wondering really why she not, coming out standing on business, for her friend. But I don't know, because I think that I mean, not Kim, oh my goodness, Kamora has her own issues over there with, her daughter. Cause y'all know Aoki Lee. Did y'all see that? Where she's dating a older man, a billionaire, and I'm like, wow. Cause I did see where Russell Simmons, where him and her and Aoki were having a conversation, and I guess she told her dad, I guess she was gonna find her a sugar daddy, I guess. But y'all, it is crazy. Hey, Unruly Marsha, how are you? How are you? I hope you're well. And thank y'all for coming in. We just keying. This is just something low key. So hey to the Bush gang if you're in, you're in the bushes. Hey to the replay gang if you got this far. Hey, this is something light and slight, but I'm here. So let's see. Diddy is a sick, perverted predator. Yes, you have to make a plan to escape. You do, but when you are mobile and you have a lot of money, sometimes it is very difficult. Yes, because you're afraid. You really are. So, that's crazy. I would never wish that upon anyone, because that's crazy. Let me see, the Ruby Rose. I said the Ruby Woo. The Ruby Red Show. What up, boo boo? Oh my God, I knew Diddy wasn't a regular guy. I saw him in person. Yeah, but you know what, Ruby? I get right. And I told y'all before that one of my cousins used to be an assistant back in the day for Diddy. So I know she has some stories, y'all. I know that she has a lot of stories. Cause y'all think, cause y'all remember like in that circle, it was Diddy, Naomi Campbell, a couple of other people like back in the day. So let me see, what else she saying? Diddy wasn't a regular person. I saw him in person. He gave me weird vibes. I was an officer for the parks in NYC, and he walked by me with a mean face. Didn't even say hi. I was like, he rude. I know that's right. That's crazy. Oh, they broke up India? Okay. See, I haven't really been keeping up with that. But yeah, okay. So they broke up. What up, Pine? Hey, Vicky. Yeah, when he saw the footage, you're right, exactly. Because a lot of people was trying to give Diddy a pass, but I always felt like I never really like was a Diddy fan like that. Now I liked his music, of course. I liked, a lot of music of his that he did, but as a person, I really wasn't a fan. But I'm quite sure that some of these, cause okay, so y'all remember J Lo, right? I know y'all remember J Lo. So y'all remember J Lo used to date Diddy. There was a fight that broke out and somebody got shot. So y'all remember the artist Shine that got blamed for that. So a lot of people is alleging that it was, I don't know if it was it was somebody else or if it was Diddy. I can't really remember exactly, but I remember that shooting was pinned on Shine. So, Yeah. So I don't even. Is he out of prison? Y'all let me know if he's out of prison or not. Because I do remember that. There's a lot of stuff from back in the day, that transpired. But the difference is that now social media has, made it where stuff is instantaneously brought to the internet. See, back in the day, we ain't had that. You know what I'm saying? Like things were spread by mouth. If you had a pager, somebody paging you, you hit 911, and then they'll go to the pay phones, on the street corners. See, that's the era I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of things I'm sure that happened back in the day have not been brought to the forefront because there wasn't a way for it to be brought like it is now. But let me see, you guys, please pray for the huge. Yeah, I saw that walk by faith. Yeah, a tornado. I saw that. I'm praying for you guys. Yes. Well, I mean, for the people in Houston, I don't know if you're in Houston or not. Yeah, because I used to live in Houston back in the day. I used to live in Texas, for a little bit. Let me see. Yes. Hey, SB. Hey, Boo. How are you? See, and SB, see, that's where I want this place to stay. Because I've always said that before. I wanted this to be, a safe place where people could come in, state their opinion. And, even if you don't agree with it, then, you can say your piece. But y'all, this is a safe place, So I just and gracious for that. Let me see. I never liked Diddy. Most people from New. Yes, exactly. Right. And all those other allegations about them parties and what goes on in them parties. Hey, Latanya's cooking for the soul. Hey, boo. Hey, Latanya, I need for you to cook for me right now. I need you to look. I'm in the mood for some soul food. I want some mac and cheese, some cabbage. I don't know if I want like some baked chicken, fried chicken. Yeah, like a good homemade roll. Yes. Well, yep. So what y'all been up to? Y'all, I have been through a lot, guys. Hey Trees. Hey Trees Purdue. Hey Boo Boo, how are you? Y'all, and I know y'all feel like, where Ty been? Where Ty been? Ty been making moves. Tasha Raven. Look. So you know the crazy thing is these women that we're talking about on the YouTube streets are in the same place I left them when I got off of YouTube for a minute. So y'all, I done moved. I done got a new career. I done did a whole lot of stuff, and they still in the same place, like where like I left them. Like that's just crazy to me because I know the difference. I know YouTube, like you have your real life and then you have YouTube. So YouTube for me, even back then was a hobby. So y'all, I think what I'm gonna do is, and my good sis, Verena, I think, or Vicky, one of the two. I'm probably gonna do like the best of Ty Sheree, compile a lot of stuff that I did that was funny. So y'all comment down below, and if you've been watching me for a minute, let me know either how you found me on YouTube, or you can let me know what was the funniest moment. Um, Ty Sheree, in your opinion. And I can state one of my favorite ones was, um, I think that was real classic when I was talking about Keisha Kaylee and the book. Y'all remember the book? I think it was the Karma book. And I was sitting there, and one of the passages, it said that the twins were in the incubators. And she was wondering, like, I don't know, something about the babies in the incubators. And she didn't want the babies to see. Wait, what was it? She didn't want the babies to see, her and Babe. like something it was. But when I put those post-it notes over my eyes and pretending I was one of the Gen Jets and the incubators, that was classic. That was classic, y'all. I always enjoyed your pole dancing and your singing. You always brought so much joy and fun. Yeah, and that's what I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I appreciate that. But y'all, and then Pop Tart, y'all. Y'all remember Troletta? I miss Troletta. Y'all, I promise y'all, I used to watch Troletta around some of my family members, and we all used to be cracking up because they was like, "Who is that?" I said, "That's just one of the my peoples." But I do have to give homage to Paris Harley. Y'all already know Paris brought all the girls, y'all. Y'all know that. Like Paris could come on talking about, like they say, like Paris coming live, we all be up in there. But I miss those days. I really do miss those days. And some of the other reactors I mentioned before, because there was a time, but some of the other young ladies, like, because Fran from Love Lies and Lace Fronts, she'll talk about KK here and there, so she still talks about her. But some of the ones I remember that used to, but I don't see them no longer on the YouTube streets, of course, for whatever reason. Paris, Troletta, My Indigo Minds, Girl Let's Talk, Korea. But y'all, GLT, I think her name is actually Amira right now. And, she's doing her thing over there in the corporate world. So y'all go check her out because she used to do commentary on, Keisha as well. And I just feel like her commentary, in my opinion, like was very like thoughtful and insightful. Like you got something out of it, but clearly, Keisha Mama didn't feel that way. Cause y'all, I will never forget, and there's some other names too, but I will never forget that time when oh my gosh, when Miss Sandra, Keisha's mom, was on oh gosh, on Dee's channel, and she was like, "There's this reactor. Y'all don't say nothing about her. She has a smart mouth, and she be doing this." I thought she was gonna say me, right? Because at the time, I was getting away with a lot of stuff. Like people wasn't like reacting or coming for me like that. But y'all, when she said, "Girl, let's talk," I said, "What?" I said, "Girl, let's talk." I mean, like, y'all, I was like, "Oh man," and I hated that for "Girl, Let's Talk" because I really enjoyed her commentary. Y'all remember I used to always say I need to get on her "Girl, Let's Talk's" couch, so we could talk about a few things. But then, y'all know that situation, but I just bring that up, just to go back in time a little bit because a lot of y'all know about that and the situation what happened with that. I miss really Tori, I remember her. And of course, y'all know we had My Life is Nia. We had who else used to talk about am I missing? Let's see. I'm missing somebody else. Who am I missing? Who used to talk about KK? Oh, of course, Toya. Yeah, and I think Toya needs to go to law school. Toya talks. Yeah, I think she needs to go to law school myself because when she used to come out and she used to like break it down for real, for real. But yeah, I just miss those days, guys. Yeah, me too. Oh, Shanita the preacher. Y'all, Shanita came for me one time. Did y'all know that? Shanita, because I promise y'all, I was watching Shanita's live, right? And I think she was a girl. But I don't know if she was like trying to talk about me per se. I think she was looking for somebody else, but I came up on her timeline. Y'all, that was so funny to me. Yeah, she was like, "Look at here, look at this." Look, y'all, I was dying. But yeah, what's Shanita up to now, y'all? Shanita the preacher. Y'all remember Star Flames? And where's the little kitten? Little kitten, the kitten heels. What was her name? The one that, oh God, what is her name? Oh gosh, y'all, what is her name? Hey Jacka, how are you? I hope you are well. Yes. Oh yeah, Shanita has bars. She really do. She got better bars than her brother or Glory's father. Yes. So yeah, Glory's auntie has bars. Yes. But then the other sister, Jessica, I believe, is she the one that sings, y'all? Babe's other sister. Is her name Jessica? Yes, but good, Jack. I'm glad to see you. I appreciate y'all coming in, y'all, for real. Y'all hit the live as y'all are coming in. And if you're just here, we're just talking about different things. And if y'all know, I be all over the place because I'll have a thought, because I'll go from one thing to another. But I just feel like the title was, these YouTube streets or something like that. So everything I'm talking about is YouTube. So, yeah, but those were the days, guys. And I'm trying to think, what did y'all tell me who the Kitten Heels was? I forgot the name. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh, what is Kitten Heels' name? Oh my gosh. I can't remember. But yeah. Ty, do you think Keisha's selling her house or it's just for views? Now I saw that Unruly. I okay, so I remember it was on the market and then it got taken off the market. So I'm not sure if it's back on the market, but I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I haven't been over there like that, to the channel just to see what has really been going on. Because a lot of stuff that I hear about KK now, I just hear it if somebody's reacting but I haven't really been over there watching, so I don't know. I don't know. Is it up for sale? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me see. Jessica LeKay, she was good. Oh, okay. Okay, Javelli. Jade, thank you. Thank you, Cece. Jade, yes, yes, Jade. Yeah. And y'all, them folks used to be talking about me too. I ain't give a damn. But y'all remember they was coming for me hard, y'all. When we went on Martin, y'all remember when Martin Lewis did gosh, when he was doing oh gosh, when he did that video about that series, he was gonna do his series. Did he ever finish his series, guys? Because the last we left off, he was talking about Hazel and Ashley. So to me, it would have only been right for him to bring in D as well. You know what I'm saying? To get it all. But I don't think he ever finished that series, y'all. Because there was a lot back then. But like I said, when there was the after show and they was trying to come for me in the comments, oh, I was laughing, child. Mm. Yes, yes. Yes, back then I thank God for Ty. And shout out to TMR. Yes, yes. And TMR, if you ever watch, I'm so sorry of the loss of your mom. But yes, Fran, Pineapples, Ruby. It was so many of us. Yes. It was so many of us. And I just enjoyed how each of us like I stated earlier in this live, had our own thing of, I had our own way of doing things, So, I just miss those days for real. Yeah. Oh, it's back on the market? Oh, yeah. Okay. AK. Yeah. Okay. So, AK. So, I remember. Oh, yes. We didn't even talk about this, y'all. Okay. So, I remember that KK was trying to sue somebody in civil court due to I guess when she had an open house and this particular person came with, their her son and daughter, and KK, was did the most in regards to, because how did that really happen? Because, and how did that get found out? Because something about KK, I guess, believed that this woman came over to, like, I guess, harass her or something. Yeah, there was a whole lot is going on, child. So, how much is the house selling for, y'all? Yeah, she does. I did see she was doing readings, AK, as well. Yeah, with the on TikTok and over here as well, right? Oh, please don't conjure them up. Yes, Martin Luther. Yeah, he did. I don't think he finished it either, Erica. Absolutely right. And that's just crazy because I just feel like, like you wanted to, put your toe in it, and then because I don't know, I just have my opinions of more than likely what happened, but I just feel like he shouldn't have done it in the first place. um if he wasn't gonna be biased, you know but did they ever figure out who was that girl, y'all? Oh my gosh, cause y'all remember the email? Oh my gosh, y'all. I wish I had my notes of the. Oh my gosh, no, Hannah. No. Oh God, the girl. Wait, was it? It was an email. They were trying to say it was actually KK. Um, and oh my gosh, I forget that name, child. Let me see. I don't think he got enough viewership off those videos, right? Jaka. Yeah, that is true too. Yes, y'all are funny. Yes, Audrey. Yes, yes, she did with the true crime. She did. Yeah, I see Audrey over there on TikTok. Yeah, my favorite video of Audrey on TikTok right now is when it was so cute. I think that was the first video I saw, that when she was bringing her charger to her sister in the snow, and then the way she was running back to her house, y'all. I thought that was just so cute. Yes, Ty. What I loved back then is that everybody supported each other and got along. You're right, that's true. Everyone supported each other's channel, and that made it great. That is true. That's why I miss those days. I really do. I really do. But and y'all know I started out in the pandemic. But see, I was trying to do makeup, but like I said, I did that one video, and it got pretty good views, for me to be, a nobody on YouTube at that time. But then as I kept, talking about it, the views went up, and then, I got to thank, my other YouTube creator friends for shouting, me out on their channels, and, that brought traffic to mine. And, that's what it was. And that's what I enjoyed about it. But now, it is a lot different, but it is what it is. I said tuna of the sea do make chicken. Yeah, yes, yes. And yo, she said that with her chest, y'all. Yo, Miss Sandra, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I used to crack up and stuff though. And y'all, I promise y'all, I didn't know. A couple of months ago, I watched something, a video, and I just counted the times, how many times Miss Sandra said and stuff though, and stuff though. Y'all, but I just thought she was hilarious. But I still say that she be doing a lot of work over there, for KK and Babe. And Keisha definitely needs to be appreciative of that fact, you know. So, honey, so let me see. She tried to file a restraining order against someone, but it got dismissed. Right, right. I did see that part as well, AK. She's still losing subscribers. Yeah, she is, Erica. I think now she's at what? The last I saw it was like 492, and that's crazy because at the height of this, she had got up to 512 subscribers. But how could we not talk about the reckoning? The reckoning is when KK's channel just started going backwards because the reckoning was epic, y'all. that reckoning, y'all, like that was like, ooh, child. I was like, okay, here. Yes. Oh, who used to say that? Shanita. Okay, here. Yes. Big wig on the bullshit. Yes, y'all. Y'all, I still think about that. It's so funny. Let me see. The way everyone jumps from one channel to the other, great time. Yes, and you know what? You know what, Doris? I mean, who said that? Develli. Okay, I'm sorry, cause y'all, it's like a glare here, but yes, like, cause like if somebody is on, we be on there. Then we used to be in the cat in the chat. Who's next? And then somebody else go live. So it was a time, and it was one of those you had to be there. So I feel like some of KK's new subscribers are people who are new to her because a lot of them don't understand that we've been here, but I just feel like at the end of the day, like it was just look a time. Let me see what you said. I'm feeling very blessed to be in the land of the living. Okay, you talking about? Yeah, I know that's right. Me too. Me too, y'all. I really miss those days too, for real, Doris. Yep. But hey, yes, hey, okay, I don't want to say your name wrong. The wait, Terion girl, 22. I'm giving you a shout out. I mean, wait, am I saying it right? I'm sorry if I'm not, but we here. Remember the time KK rented out her rental? Yes, the Airbnb, and they had a party. Yes, I remember that too. There was a lot of stuff going on back there, back then. Cause what happened? Y'all remember when KK was renting that house, the one that the squirrels were coming in? When I think it was the house when she I think they went there right soon after the Gingettes were born, and I remember the situation there. I think, and did somebody come to the house? Y'all, I gotta refresh my memory of a lot of that stuff. Yeah, but I remember that. Remember the documentary? Oh yes, and the pamphlet. Y'all, I think that was one of my highest videos when I did. So if y'all didn't check that out, go check it out. It's on my page when I was talking about the book Karma. And now the documentary, I don't think I really did any commentary on that, but I did do commentary on the pamphlet. So Gingy calls it a book, but it was a pamphlet. So Gingy went on probably the word and and Gingy next time you write a book, double space that shit. Look, yes, y'all. Cause how many books did Gingy? Wait, what? Oh, she's at 490K. Wow. The last time I looked, she was at 492. That is crazy. But Gingy swore she was a best selling author, child. Mm. Oh yeah, y'all remember? Oh God, who read the book? Oh, Blackout T. Blackout T. Y'all remember her? Y'all, her laugh used to kill me every time. Mm. Girl, everybody. Y'all, I had on my Ruby Woo lipstick for the reckoning. I had on my black outfit. Like, I was ready, all up in the comments. I said, that was a wild era. You're right. Right, exactly. Oh, y'all think she brought the subscribers? Hey, real good. Hey, real goon. How are you? Hey, baby cakes. So y'all gonna be seeing me more often. So, because I'm gonna go to the gym today and get it popping. But y'all, I am gonna come back on YouTube, be more consistent. Y'all have my word about that. I really couldn't do what I wanted to do in regards to YouTube because I was concentrating more so on my career and other things. And I told y'all, like, I recently moved, so it's a lot going on, so that's why I haven't really been on YouTube. But y'all, it's up and it's stuck. But I know it's a Saturday, and y'all, we gonna continue this at some point. But I love you guys, and thank y'all for rocking with Ty Sheree. And I definitely we'll be back probably. We'll see what's popping like early next week or so. Because I'm going to try to see when I could go live consistently. And then just do pop ups here and there. I'm probably, going to drop some videos as well. So y'all just definitely, um, you know, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. But yeah, but I've been on here. But let me just read a couple of more comments and then I'm gonna go. I'll never forget when Gingy got on that live yelling and screaming, saying that Splash rap career. Yes! Oh yes, about his checks. Girl, that never came to that never happened. Hey, it never happened. Y'all, he out there in the streets. I'm probably gonna run into him one day. I'm gonna have my camera ready. Do you hear me? Y'all, cause I be looking while I'm out. Y'all, I need to go over there on Campbellton and go. But y'all, I could have sworn I was over there one night, and I could have sworn I saw the Audi over there. Like, but then I was at a red light, and there was a gas station over there. But by the time I couldn't really see nothing. But yeah. Let me see. I don't think anybody brought her parenting book. Yeah, yeah. Because okay, so y'all know I have the parenting book, right? So when I look at it, it just looks like a lot of stuff that was copied and pasted. Honestly, from like YouTube, or I mean from it just looked like a lot of copy and paste and stuff. Like there's nothing in there really, that you can't find out on your own on the internet. Cause yeah. So let me see. Yes, it's good to see you. So I'm definitely going to definitely, yeah, y'all take care. Y'all thumbs up the live. Yeah, but we're gonna come back though, because I'm sure that Live and Jazz isn't finished yet. And then we'll come back if there's any other thing about things that come out about Diddy or anything else, then I'll come back. And I want to come on camera because y'all know that's my thing. Like this right here is not really my thing because I like to be on camera so y'all can see my expressions and, just things. Y'all can just see me in real time and we can have a conversation. But today is not that day because I'm not dressed or the way that I would like to have myself presented on the YouTube streets. But if you go follow me on Instagram, I am Ty Sheree. I'm on there more so y'all can see, what I'm up to. So y'all can check me out over there. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. I love you guys, and y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.